Hey everyone. So let's get into segment number 2. We're going to talk about things that I've ordered so far for surgery. Now, these items are either at the recommendation of my surgeon or at the recommendation through Reddit or other things that I've read through. I almost have everything that I've already ordered. I'm sure I'm going to order more. There's a few things that I don't have yet today, and I'll mention those too. So, first thing is a humidifier. I saw so many people talking about how you need a humidifier. I ordered this one. It's pretty little and compact since I'm going to be putting it in a suitcase to fly with me. And I just didn't want anything that took up a bunch of room because who knows how much I'll use it after. This was like 35 bucks, I think, on Amazon. So I'm also going to make an Amazon list that you can search and find for a lot of these products. So that's the humidifier. I also got some little baby washcloths. So if you look at these had a bunch of really good reviews on Amazon. You're probably wondering why I got these. So a lot of people said you were constantly wiping your face. Initially, it's because you don't really have feeling. Your nerves might have been severed. They're not quite working. You're drooling. You've got food from your syringe, other things. They said make sure you have multiple washcloths. Make sure they're very, very soft. So I got these baby ones. They're like a bamboo material, also Amazon. All right. A mirror, which never would have thought of. I saw a few people on Reddit say you need this to like look at and so you can do your syringe to eat. And that way you're not constantly getting up, going to the bathroom to try to watch yourself eat. Also, you don't want to eat in the bathroom. So just a cheap mirror. I got this at Target. I could have gotten it at Walmart, Dollar Tree, wherever. This is a simple one, just a little mirror, and I actually didn't have one. This one's kind of nice too because like it can stand on its own if I were to sit it on something, and I could kind of change it, and then it's got different magnifiers on each side. All right, next up is a pill cutter. I've never owned one of these. How convenient. I got this one at Target. Again, this is something you can get anywhere. But for any of the meds that I get, obviously they're going to have to be crushed and likely put in a syringe, maybe in the mouth with some water after. No big pills are going to work, so pill cutter. I'm sure I'll use it later. Something that I got, I didn't really see people talk about this, but I used to work at Vitamin Shop back in the day, and I'd love to show you the front of this, but they put a label over it. It's the wellness formula from Source Naturals. People used to swear by this. My surgery is slated for the winter. I'll be around people at the hospital, especially for those weekly visits. And, you know, the immune system's going to be struggling a little bit. So this has like echinacea, elderberry, ginger root, a handful of other things. So it's the wellness formula. And I hate that Amazon packaged it like this. So if you can see, oh, of course it won't even focus on it. But it's like a blue color. So that's how you can find it. I know this is at Vitamin Shop. I'm pretty sure it's at GNC. I'm sure some other like pharmacies and stuff have this. It was like maybe 15 bucks. So that'll be easy because it's dropper form. All right, next thing is arnica. So I got arnica pills. This is just like I think it's a 5-day blister pack. And then this arnica gel. Arnica is great for bruising and swelling. And also a little bit of pain relief. So I'm thinking the arnica I could probably like apply topically and then also take this to help with the swelling. I might end up getting more arnica, but starting with this. Okay, next thing are like things for after surgery for my face. So I've got this kind of facial wrap with ice packs. And then I also have this one. These are both from Amazon. I got two because people say, obviously, you sometimes need to wash it if it gets dirty, if it gets bloody. So being able to wash it and also having the extra packs. But then I also got a thing of just ice packs that could also be heated. That way, if these are all freezing, I could throw these in the freezer and not be without for too long, 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. I know I'll be needing ice for weeks, maybe months, but I got these with those 2 facial wraps. Along the same lines, I got the face roller, the ice roller. You can see this. Again, on Amazon, pretty cheap. I'll use it after. It's actually one of those things that you see all the time. You're like, oh, I wish I had one of those. Well, now I do. So just being able to roll with that ice, even like under the eyes, which is what I'll use it for after, like way after recovery. But got this on Amazon too. Now, one thing that didn't come in yet, I don't know what FedEx is doing, but I got a water pick. I'm going to start using it now because it's so hard to floss with these braces. But because you can't really brush your teeth for 6 weeks, I'm going to be using that water pick to the best of my abilities. It's a little bit smaller. It is cordless, wireless, so I can just charge it. Looks pretty lightweight and easy to travel with. So eventually, maybe that'll be here. I got it at Target, and it was on sale. There's so many different water picks, though. Also from Target, I got these little baby toothbrushes. So I don't know if I'll get to use any of these, but a few people were saying that they used a little itty bitty toothbrush at like week 3 or 4 to just kind of get like their front teeth that they could kind of like see, just to have a brush for those. So I got these. Even if I don't use them for that, they can be used later. Who knows? Maybe I'll really like these, want to use them down the road, or for guests that come over. But this was cheap. It was like $2 maybe, and came in a 4-pack. I would have only gotten one if one was an option, but they didn't have any like singular packs. Now, along the same kind of lines, I got this nasal spray for like babies. Let me see if it'll focus. Okay, there's the nasal spray. It's a saline spray. And you're like, why for babies? I read that some of the adult ones were too strong, too powerful, too much. So I got this little baby saline mist. It's 3 ounces, so I can fly with this. I can always order more, but this seemed like a good starting point. And I'm not sure how much people use the spray. So we'll see. Okay. Now I've got this tub of CeraVe moisturizing cream. Along the same lines of like rubbing your face all the time and constantly trying to get stuff off of it. People said you need this to make sure like, you're keeping your face moisturized. Same thing with your body. Like right after coming out of the hospital, I'm just going to have to lather up in this. You know how dry your skin can get at the hospital. Same kind of thing. To travel, I got these little CeraVes. They're tiny, 1.89 ounces. I got 2 of them, hoping that's enough for when I'm traveling to and from, but we will see. I forget how much these were, but Target had a sale where it was like, if you get so many minis, you get one for free. So I got like a few things I needed. And then I also got some Aquaphor. So I got this like little tub of Aquaphor, and it's 2.8 ounces, so I could fly with this. And then also the Aquaphor for your lips. I got a 2-pack. People said you blow through this because your lips are so dry from the procedure, being 6 or 7 hours with your mouth kind of being open. And they said your lips are just chapped. And a lot of people said they're chapped for months. I'm sure I'll be rebuying this, but this is a starter pack, if you will. All right. I also got, and I haven't taken them out of the package, I got retainers for like my nose ring and my belly button ring because it's such a long procedure that I need something in there, but not my metal. So I got these. If you can see the brand, these were very inexpensive. I forget how many's in here. There's so many in here. They're just little clear retainers. And honestly, like if one were to get lost or get pulled out, I have a ton of extras. I have just a straight clear retainer for my nose, but I like the ring, and the straight one that I have, it'll go all the way through very easily. Like I've put it on for like MRIs and other imaging, comes right out. I'm hoping that since this came with some rings, that it will be much easier to like keep track and to know if it's still there. So if you can see here, there's a ton in there. maybe like 12 bucks. And you always need retainers for body jewelry if you're doing like MRIs, x-rays, CAT scans, whatever it might be. So just, helpful to have. Again, not something you could buy just like one or two of. And if you do, it didn't make financial sense. So just a pack of these on Amazon. Next up is food. I've been trying a lot of like pouches, different protein shakes, different soups. I kind of thought I knew what I wanted, a few of these, a few of these, a few of these. No, the internet's always right. The internet said you will blow through those, get tired of them, not want them. And I'm already like that. I get so tired of things. I wish I had a full list of everything I've tried. Maybe I'll go back and recreate it. But some things I bought that are newer to me, or I haven't really had them in a long time. I got this butternut squash soup from Target by Pacific Foods. And it's pretty decent. I mean, one of the things that people were talking about is soups with a ton of sodium. You don't want a ton of sodium because you will swell and swell and swell, / not reduce your swelling. 540 milligrams per serving. A serving's 1 cup. Not the worst. There are soups that are much worse than this. There are soups that are better. I won't be relying 100% on soups, and they don't fill me up, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Maybe it won't matter. But this is one that I got. I think I ordered another. Again, FedEx is just doing whatever they want, so I forget the other one I bought. But a couple of these, and these are shelf stable, which is nice. So I'm thinking whatever I don't end up using can just sit, or I could end up just like donating it. But I like to eat, so I feel like these will get eaten. Okay, I got a few new pouches. I've tried a billion different pouches. Here's one that I really like, and I cannot think of the name of it. I'll have to make another video on it, but it's refrigerated. I just want to make sure I have some shelf-stable stuff that's easy to get to, easy to travel with. So I got this one. It's like pumpkin tree. And let's see, it's 70 calories, 15 grams of carbs, only 1 gram of protein. This probably won't do too much to fill me up, but it's something, right? Organic apple puree, organic carrot puree, organic pumpkin puree, organic lemon juice concentrate. Simple. Maybe delicious. There's a cute little bunny on the front. That's probably why I bought it. The other one I got from Target that is new to me is the Target brand, the Good and Gather brand. Good and Gather Baby. Right? Okay. 80 calories, 17 grams of carbs, 1 gram of protein. Are these babies just not eating protein? Organic banana puree, organic carrot puree, organic mango puree, organic dragon fruit puree. I'm interested in that. And then organic lemon juice concentrate and ascorbic acid to keep it fresh. Again, shelf stable, easy. They had multiple flavors of this. So if I like this one, I'll probably go get more. I'll show you the other pouches later, but 2 more things. I got these little purees. Again, Good and Gather. If you can see these. One is carrot, one is butternut squash. Also being cognizant of like, it's the end of summer right now. We're getting into fall. Things will be seasonal. These are even lower calorie. So this one's 50 calories, the butternut squash. And it's just butternut squash puree, and water. Like, that's easy. And I'm thinking easy on the stomach because you do not want to have an upset stomach. This one is carrot. This is 15 calories. This might not make it past the taste test because it's going to have to get mixed, right? It's 4 grams of carbs. It's no protein. This might do nothing for my appetite. Maybe it'll satiate me. Who knows? But that's what I have at this time. Haven't ordered anything else. A lot of people talked about like a wedge pillow. I don't like those. I feel like I kind of like slide down them. I'm just going to do like a mountain of pillows. And some people mentioned some other things that I can't even think of them right now because I didn't even write them down. So I was like, I don't think I need that. But some other items that I've kind of been thinking about are books. I have like 10 books I need to read. Maybe I'll read those like this 2 weeks that I'm taking off work. I do have like an adult coloring book maybe I'll feel like doing that. I have my phone. I'm chronically online, so we'll see.